Episode title, Putin's Options, An Oligarch Speaks Out. Intro music, midnight to 0:30. Host, welcome to our daily podcast, where we bring you the latest news and analysis from around the world. I'm your host, Naim, and today we have a unique perspective on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Joining me is a Russian oligarch who has been close to the Kremlin, but now finds himself at odds with President Putin's aggressive tactics. Welcome to the show. Segment 1, Kyiv under siege, 0:30 to 5 o'clock. Host, before we dive into our main topic, let's take a look at the latest developments in Ukraine. Kyiv, the capital city, is under siege, with Russian forces closing in on the outskirts. Our correspondent in the field reports that the situation is dire, with food and water running low. We'll continue to bring you updates as the situation unfolds. Segment 2, An Oligarch Speaks Out, 5 to 2000 hours. Host, now, let's turn to our guest, who has asked to remain anonymous due to fear of retribution. Sir, thank you for joining us today. Can you tell us about your relationship with President Putin and how you've seen his approach to Ukraine evolve over time? Oligarch, yes, of course. I've known President Putin for many years, and initially, I supported his vision for a stronger Russia. However, as the situation in Ukraine escalated, I began to realize that his tactics were not only misguided but also disastrous for the Russian economy and people. Host, that's a bold statement. What options do you think President Putin has at this point, and what do you think he'll choose? Oligarch, honestly, I think he's running out of options. The international community is united against him, and the Russian people are starting to feel the economic pinch. He could try to negotiate a peaceful resolution, but that would require him to swallow his pride and admit defeat. Alternatively, he could escalate the conflict further, but that would only lead to more suffering and isolation. Segment 3, Reaching the End of Route 66, 2000 hours, 25:00. Host, finally, on a lighter note, we're embarking on a journey across America, exploring the iconic Route 66. Our correspondent has reached the end of the route in Santa Monica, California, and has some fascinating stories to share about the people and places she's encountered along the way. Conclusion, 25:00, 28:00. Host, that's all for today's podcast. Thank you to our guest for sharing his insights, and to our correspondents for their reporting from the field. Join us tomorrow for more news and analysis from around the world. Outro music, 28:00.